No. It stops with UWR. JQ called in on the second meeting. Second meeting was JQ, CO7CX, he was down in Cuba, PB, DPD, DXP, KM, BRB, BYY, and CPG. Well, a lot of water going under the bridge since those days. And some of the things, I'm going to make this thing short. Some of the things I can remember that happened, they comes from time to time. I always had programs. And one of the programs I had way back in 1939 was the baseball pitcher Bob Feller. He spoke from W4QP down there. QP at that time was the secretary, what we now call speech amplifier. Also recall that the 250th meeting was made on a wire, recording was made on a wire recorder, and I have that wire. Also the 500th meeting was recorded on a 16-inch disc, two of them, by W4AKI, at which time AAHK was the master oscillator. And long years ago, the meeting time was 8 o'clock in the morning. Another event that took place was the net gave a Braille handbook for DWI, that's old driving while drunk, intoxicated. In 1939 came along the ham tags that were instigated by W4IMJ, who was a silent key. I remember that little Bo got the first SWL certificate, and that FS phone touch DU from the hospital. For old Doc, he's a silent key, one of the most popular hams in the United States. I remember that TOD called in as W7BEF, and it just happens, it just occurs to me that I hope that W4HUY is on here for this 1000th meeting. Another event that evented was that the nitrogen kilocycle was integrated in the good old year 1951 by W4RIP, who lived in Tampa at that time. Some of the silent keys, the DU, ZB, VCX, that's the brother of MKC. And then there was DPD, CLW, EQN, GYZ. If anybody wants to mention some more, why, please do so. Sorry I didn't have time to prepare any more, but that'll do for this morning, I think. W4LAW, this is W4HG and an O on the 1000th meeting.
Okay there, Ralph. That was very instructive. Of course, I did hear stories of the founding of the Knights of the Kilocycle, but they were sort of vague, and I really appreciated what you had given there. Possibly for some future meeting, if that original wire tape there, one of the meetings will still operate, if you still have a recorder, it would be very interesting to run a portion of it, especially the opening of the meeting, and let the members hear it played back. And I imagine that there were quite a number of recordings made this morning, Ralph. Alrighty, are there any other, and I want to thank you again there, Ralph, for a well job. I didn't know if you would have time to get enough material together, but it was very constructive. All right, now, are there any stations, or is there anyone that has an announcement or anything else for the good of the Knights? Please call W4. W4LAW.
W4LAW,
Thanks again there, Ralph. And now we'll sit back and hear what happens on the first go-around. Whoops. I better call to see if there are any sleepyheads here. This W4LAW, before we start the first go-around, are there any stations wishing to call in? Please call W4LAW one at a time, please.
W4LAW, K4UVA.
W4 American Telephone, W4 calling on by.